This week in Minecraft, we not only received one of the biggest Minecraft Bedrock Edition parity updates we've seen for a very long time, but we also discussed the possibility of us seeing even more upcoming wild update biomes, thanks to some awesome behind the scenes information from a developer at Mojang known as Henrik. We're going to recapping all of this in this video, so if you go on to enjoy it, help get it out there to more and more people by dropping a like on this video. But with that being said, let's dive right into it. So weeks ago now, as of when I'm recording this, we got some very awesome behind the scenes information from a developer at Mojang known as Henrik, who we know quite well at this point for being the guy that works on all of the terrain generation and the biome changes, and we heard a lot from Henrik throughout the Caves and Cliffs update saga. Henrik worked extensively on fixing the broken terrain and making it work well with the new terrain. On January the 31st, Henrik did tweet out saying prototyping some stuff that I think people will enjoy, but it actually took me quite a few days to figure out some of the potential meaning behind this tweet. That is why this week I did actually make a video talking about the possibility of this hinting towards some new and upcoming wild update biome updates, and this is something I've noticed quite a lot within the community right now. A bunch of people are currently speculating about the possibility of this tweet being the golden ticket towards us potentially seeing even more biomes be updated, and I do not think that this is too far off at all. For the entire of this week I've been hearing about this and researching about this, and to be honest, I'm starting to agree with this myself and fully believe it. Henrik, as we know and as we talked about earlier, does do so much work on the terrain and the behind the scenes work over at Mojang, so to hear that Henrik is prototyping some things behind the scenes, it's like obviously hinting at more than one thing. It says stuff, so I believe that whatever Henrik is doing behind the scenes is incredibly exciting and something we really need to keep our eyes on. This happened with the 1.16 Nether update, where at first the Warped Forest and the Crimson Forest were teased as the two main upcoming biomes, with of course one other. There was a total of 3, but in the Nether update, over the weeks that we were waiting for it, and obviously over the months and all throughout the year, we were speculating about the possibility of this, only for then to Mojang add even more biomes to the Nether. They also added structures, mobs, a bunch of other stuff, right? But the point is that Mojang added a lot more than they originally shown us at Minecraft Live. With this new information from Henrik, I believe there's an extremely high possibility that we will see even more updated biomes, and as I said, you can go back and check out my video about this I made at the time, but I believe this is incredible and it does tease quite a bit. As I said in that video, the wild update really does not live up to that name if they just updated the swamp and the birch forest, so as I said, it would make a lot of sense for Mojang to update even more biomes. A very likely candidate could be like the plains biome or the regular forest, as these are two of the most popular biomes in the game to build in, so I think it'd just be awesome and make a bunch of sense for Mojang to just go back and update these a little bit, breathe some new life into them and just give them the treatment they deserve. These, as I said, are two of the most popular biomes in the game, so to see Mojang update these would be awesome. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And something funny I just want to bring up, I've heard so many people still talking about how they would want a volcano biome. Obviously the last update we got, 1.17 and 1.18, was of course the Caves and Cliffs update, and people are still a bit salty we did not get any kind of a volcano as a part of that update, so there's a lot of people out there still asking for that. So let me know, would you like a volcano biome to be added to Minecraft? I know I think that would definitely be awesome. Now then, let's move on to this new Bedrock Edition Parity Update Beta. I made a full-on video about this, breaking down the 10 most important changes you need to know about, and I definitely recommend you check that out. I put a lot of time into that video, research, effort, all that stuff, right? But let's talk about a few of the changes here. There's about 10 in total, and I'm just going to run through them, obviously, not break them down like I did in my full-on video breakdown, of course, but let's talk about them. Mojang did add the globe banner pattern to Bedrock finally. They also added the raid boss bar changes. They added the raid victory text on screen. Fireworks are launched when you win. Villagers now make a null sound when they're out of a trade. Players can no longer gain the particle effect when getting Bad Omen, which is very good, and it takes away the annoying aspect. Iron Golems now show different degrees of cracking. They've removed the emerald icon above villagers' heads. Iron Golems now only attack players that have a very bad standing with them. Glow Lichen is similar to Java. Foxes aim downwards when they pounce, and a lot of textures have been updated for parity with Java. That's just a few of them. If you want the full breakdown and to hear me talk about all of them, check out my full video about that. But the important reason I'm talking about this is for what this means about the future of parity. Now that we're starting to see some of these smaller parity changes, I believe there's an increase in likelihood that we're going to get some of the bigger ones, such as dual wielding and banner shields. If you remember, a few months back we covered it on the channel, but Mojang did put out a survey asking people to give them feedback as to some smaller parity changes I would like to see. So I believe this survey could have come in here, and that's why it may have been used. It would make quite a bit of sense, and it would add a lot of explanation to that survey and why Mojang did in fact do it. Now we've saw this update and we know what it is, and we've saw some of these smaller parity changes. It does explain what Mojang was planning all the way back there, but I cannot help but feel a little bit down about this, because all I want in Bedrock, with it being my favourite version of the game, is some of the more important features like dual wielding. I constantly go back to Bedrock being like, right, I'm going to stop playing Bedrock more, and then instantly I'm turned away by the fact there's no dual wielding, banner shields, just some of these basic features which you would not even think twice about in Java, but in Bedrock they're played out to be this big thing, like this impossible task, like these cannot be put in Bedrock. We're still waiting all these years after for some of these basic parity changes, but be sure to let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. It has been This Week in Minecraft episode 14. Let me know what you think about all of these changes down below in the comments. Have an amazing day, drop a like on the video to get it out there to more and more people, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.